Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Summary Friday. And what today is designed to do is to just summarize and go back to two things that I left off with yesterday, and then also to go over a few things that we did earlier this week as well. Okay, so if we look here on the KWL from yesterday, this is a summary of everything we've learned thus far this week. So we already know what slope-intercept form is, the y equals mx plus b, that we use to model a single event. Then we learned the linear function in standard form, the ax plus by equals c, which is used to model more than one quantity or event that is occurring at the same time. Then yesterday we learned the point slope form of a linear function, which is how we can model 2 points or moments in time, or 1 point or moment in time, and the slope. Okay, so really what I'm going back to yesterday is kind of the example that I began with, and just to go through a few more examples of 1 point in time and the slope, or when I have 2 points or moments in time, how to write these equations. Okay, so this is kind of where we left off yesterday. I had you do the maze yesterday, which was simply changing things from slope or point slope form into slope intercept form. So here's what we're going to start with today is basically, given the following conditions, write an equation in point slope form and slope intercept form. So what we are looking at here is this condition, this second condition of 1 point or moment in time and the slope. Okay, so we'll go back to our canvas board here. So what I'm basically going to do is start with y minus y1 equals the m times x minus x1. And again, here's my x1 and my y1. So y minus 3 equals 4, which is my slope, times x minus 2, which is x1. All right? So now all I do is distribute here. So that gives me y minus 3 equals 4x minus 8. And then I simply add the y1 to both sides. And y would equal 4x minus 5. So if I look at my second one here, m is my slope of 2. And then my ordered pair is 4, 7. So here's x1 again and y1. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus 7 equals the slope of 2 times x minus 4, because that's my x1. So again, I just simply distribute. Then add the y1 to both sides. Negative 8 plus 7 is a negative 1. So then for my final one, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. The slope of 1/2 times x minus 8. And then 1/2 times that is going to be minus 4. So now I add 4 to both sides. So I have a line here on the last one that's just going to go through my origin, y equals 1/2 x. Because when my y-intercept is 0, that means the line goes through the origin. So you see, this is all you have to do when you see a problem that says, given the following conditions, to write the equation in point slope form and slope intercept form. So point slope form is the first form you write it in by just substituting those numbers in there, and then you can change it to slope intercept form, which is what you were doing yesterday. All right, so for our next example, we're going to go here, which says to write the equation of the line in point-slope form and slope-intercept form that passes through the following ordered pairs. Okay, so again, this is similar to what we started off with yesterday. I know two ordered pairs, so I'm going to have to do the extra step now of finding the slope. Then I can use my point-slope form to finish out finding the equation of the line. So this is modeling 2 points or moments in time. Okay, so if I go back to here, the first thing that I'm going to need to do is to find my slope. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So again, it doesn't matter which ones you label as x1 and y1, because since we're dealing with the constant rate of change, it's all going to work out in the end. So y2 is 15 minus y1, which is 5, over x2, which is 8, minus x1, which is 3. So we have 10/5, so here m is going to equal 2. All right, so we're looking to write the equation in point-slope form and slope-intercept form. So y minus my y1, which is 5, equals my slope of 2 times x minus x1, which is 3. All right, so right here, there's my point-slope form, to the point and the slope. Now I simply distribute my slope. And then add or subtract the y1. So -6 plus 5 is -1. So there is my slope-intercept form. All right, and then the last one here, write the equation of the line in point-slope form and slope-intercept form that passes through the following ordered pairs. So again, first thing I need to do is to find the slope. All right, so two negatives make a positive. So I'm going to have here actually -1 plus 4 over 1 plus 2. So -1 plus 4 is going to be a positive 3, and 1 plus 2 is going to be 3. So here my slope just equals 1. All right, so all right, so before I go any further, let's fix all these negatives so I don't make a major math error later on in this problem. So two negatives make a positive, so that actually becomes y plus 4. And this is still going to be 1 times x. These two negatives will make a positive, so that becomes plus 2. All right, now I'll go ahead and distribute that 1. And then I'll just add or subtract the y1 at this point. So 2 minus 4 is -2. So there is the point-slope form, or excuse me, point-slope form is up here, slope-intercept form of the line is y equals x minus 2. And then that's what I could use to graph my line. So remember, the whole reason for getting into slope-intercept form is so we can have the equation of the line and we can graph that line. That's the whole reason for going to that, as well as being able to clearly see and identify your slope and your y-intercept to use this equation to model and predict change, because that's what functions are all about, is modeling and predicting change. So what we've got here today for Summary Friday, okay, there is a total of 6 slides. So here's your first one, doing problems we just got done doing. Your second one is the same thing, some problems we just got done doing. And then the third slide goes back to what we did on Tuesday. Fourth slide goes back to what we did on Tuesday. The fifth slide, again, goes back to what we did on Tuesday. And then the last slide will involve what we did yesterday. Okay, so if you need me for anything today, we will be up on Google Meet at 10:45 to 11:45. So come and see me if you need anything. If I don't hear from you, have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to something new on Monday.